Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mod Monkey, and today we're going to finally go over the second showcase that was revealed to us and all the new gameplay. So it was broken down to 3 sections. We have a better look at the overall world, or more of a glimpse of the overall world. We then go into a little bit more of how combat works, with also the showcase of the Dark Arts Arena. And then finally we go into the room of requirements and everything that you're going to be able to do in the room of requirements. So, without further ado, this is well overdue. I'm pretty sure you guys all seen the video about 1,000 times already by this point. So I'm just going to jump around to the points that I thought were pretty awesome and wanted to talk about and kind of expand upon. You guys can leave all your questions and whatnot down in the description below afterwards, and we can talk about it. But without further ado, let's jump into the second showcase from Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, so I just want to comment on this real fast. This where do we get this jacket from? It's amazing, but what I want you guys to pay attention to is, like, it's got like this huge tree on the back,
Hogwarts,
and it's got stitching on the side. That's some type of symbol. It looks very familiar.
I love that you can walk out of the castle after walking through everything, and then just come out here and take off on your broom out into the open world. And Alan, I know that's something that you put into you,
and just I love the proximity that I can get to things. I love
being
close to the ground. And
is that
I
Hagrid's?
I kind of wanted to talk about it just because I feel
I'm so turned around. Okay, we have a flu powder port here, and then we have a investigation symbol right here.
Like some of the mechanics in it.
What is that?
You see in the lower right, there's a meter there, and occasionally as Andrew's kind of flying up or flying down, you might notice it draining or not. And
beautiful.
And this isn't the present day where all the broom
Now, while they were doing the showcase, I was really wondering what engine are they using, because you're not seeing popping. You're not seeing rendering popping in anywhere. And it's very seamless. I'm trying to figure out like what engine.
Technology
beautiful
is well known and advanced, and everything that we know and love.
Insane.
This is an earlier time where they're still trying to figure out. We're not at the 3,000 yet. We're at the 11. So.
Oh my goodness! I'm just so speechless right now because this is just so beautiful. The world just looks so. By the way,
Okay, so you're gonna see this a couple times throughout the presentation, and it's a leaf, right, symbol, and then there's like this whole thing in the ground. I wonder if this is a puzzle of like one of Merlin's puzzles or what, but it looks so interesting, and you see it with the spirals and everything. We've seen this before with the stuff sprouting out from the top. I wonder what this is.
Is that like the only one, or can you like upgrade that room?
Yeah, and those upgrades will make it so that where normally the broom you can only fly.
So again, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but we passed by the same exact symbol again. So this thing, whatever this is spread out throughout the entire world.
So that where normally the broom,
right over here,
you can only fly. You can only.
I don't know. That's how it's called. I think that's what it is.
No, it's awesome.
Game is beautiful.
So
and there it is again, that same symbol.
Actually going to land here, and
there's a flu powder location, but what is that?
Is just perfect.
This building looks amazing. Look how the tree is literally it's growing within the tree, and it's all off center, and you have like old stairs leading up. It's incredible.
Their relationships are with characters at Hogsmeade and Hogwarts.
I wish I could draw.
So they're both
looks like there's a secret over there too.
Here, and a chance to kind of
probably
get to know more
lore.
of the area.
Looks like this highlighted for a second. You probably could sit down and actually enjoy some
Hogwarts
food over there.
Hogsmeade that we've already experienced.
Hogsmeade, Aaronshire, Lower Hogsfield.
Whether it's a vendor or different puzzles.
Danger Bog.
Old wizards, that you can solve that actually grant you those. If you
puzzles left behind by old
wizards?
wizards?
Off in the distance and you visit them, you might find opportunities to actually expand and learn about your ancient magic. Might be hoarding different magic.
Hashtag confirm you can get drunk in this game.
So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide different opportunities that just kind of reward you for poking around.
I mean, I ran away when I want to just.
And then as
cover
he
all
walks
those
by, you can see the
points on
flute powder
map, just
location
like
lights
going
up as we get into proximity.
Well, we've
So you can
flown on a
unlock
broom
locations
already,
where
but
you're going to
there
be able
is
to
something
jump
that we
around.
haven't done so far, and that is getting on our flying mount.
So now right here, I'll pull up a picture so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly. I thought that we were going to be able to carry around our greenhouse that we had inside of the room of requirements, but it turns out I was completely wrong in that aspect. And instead, the room of requirements is going to be our home base that we're going to be working out of. And it seems to be permanently. I haven't seen anything else to suggest otherwise just yet, but it seems like Hogwarts is going to be our permanent base of operations. Now, what makes this a little bit easier for the player is that at any given time, as we venture out and unlock new flute powder points, I'm guessing we're going to be able to just to flute powder directly back whenever that gets unlocked. I'm not sure if we have access to apparition. I doubt it. I think they're going to use the flute powder system in the game for our quick travel. Just like in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you have like the ability to fly to different locations. This is going to be our quick travel flute point directly back to known spots in the world. I was a little bummed out by that, but then again, it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. If you have an easy way back to the castle, regardless, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We later on down when they go into how the room requirements work, we get to see how everything lays out and whatnot. But I don't want to jump the gun in that aspect. But when I saw the bag here, I was like, okay, cool. We're basically Newt Scamander, but instead of a suitcase, we have a magical bag that we can pop out our creatures that we raise and take care of, and turn into. I guess some of them can turn into mounts. So I thought that was pretty cool. So another thing too what is that symbol? Another thing too that we should also keep in mind
Oh my God,
is they do show you an example of moonstones in the wild. So if you guys don't know yet, moonstones are going to be the things that you're going to be collecting in the wild in order to use to decorate your room of requirements with, because everything costs moonstones in order to decorate and move things around in your personal space.
Wait, you can use it as a horse.
So I mean, if you were to think about it, somebody on the team played Mabinogi. Because in your personal area in Mabinogi, you also mine stones. And then the stone, I'm guessing, I think they were moonstones as well. You use those moonstones to decorate your town or your little area and expand, etc., etc. It's for building in your area, and they're using the same concept here. But except for this one, you can find the moonstones out in the wild.
Yeah.
Now, given that I know what they
you can
look like
totally
already, I've been looking for them. It looks like there's some moonstones right there
take a ground
that you're
mount
going to be
and
able
you
to
can
collect, and it even highlights as well when you get close enough.
lift off into the
But
air.
those are the
And
moonstones you're going to be
we try
looking
make
for.
sure that-
You're gonna find. What? Hold on.
Oh my God, there you just like.
Okay, hold on, guys.
You can use it as a horsey.
Hold
I
on.
mean, a horse.
I caught something in the corner of my eye.
That is a-
Right there. Right there. What is that?
We tried
I
to
wish I can zoom and enhance.
make sure that
That is a spider.
each
That's a spider. That is a spider in the wild, just all hanging out with the freaking cows and everything.
as a hippogriff, you can totally ride it like a
Now,
ground mount, and you can
what
lift
kind
off
of
into the
spider
air.
is that?
And it's-
Because the only spider I know of are acromantulas.
We tried
This thing has like a spike on
Make
its
sure
back. Look at the way it's walking.
that each
That's a
each of
spider.
those interactions. So the broom's really good at reaching that top speed, at kind of traveling the world as quickly
What?
as possible. But
What the
sometimes
hell?
it's really nice to get on the hippogriff because of that ground speed or those transitions. And sometimes it just feels amazing just to be riding around on a hippogriff.
Look at it.
Yeah, it really is kind of like
That is
I don't know. It's a
beautiful.
great feeling.
Just train tracks?
being on it, and it's a great feeling managing those
Stuff on the
transitions,
train
kind of going
tracks? Okay.
from run to fly, and just being able to go wherever you want. And we tried to make sure that each one of these things that you
So
can
it looks
interact with
like you have
a
a.
unique identity and a reason for being.
If they spot you, you have a certain
And
amount of
you
time to
had,
get
like,
out
a
of their
few
view
different, like,
before
areas, like a swampy
they go
area. But,
attacking.
Like, can you go?
So there is a
to,
stealth
like, an
element to this
entire
game.
Map anywhere you go, there are regions that are like locked from you.
Yeah,
or,
as soon
like,
as you there's kind of a moment where the world kind of
Okay, so it's another leaf symbol. We have another one of those like puzzles or
1800s,
whatnot that popped up in
within
the
a world
view.
we've never really seen before. Like it feels so authentic. Like it's part of it.
Yeah, Love
I
this
wonder
vista
why the
too,
wings
and,
turn a bit
I'm gonna have
yellow.
Andrew stop here. We're gonna use a bit of dev magic to change the seasons. Actually, I want you to see what this world looks like, covered in snow.
Yes, 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 please. I love.
Wow,
Like
it's
when you're reading the
beautiful.
books or watching the movies, where you'll see
That
kinda
is
like the title
beautiful.
card winter, and now the landscape has changed, and
You
you're
even
really
have
feeling that
snow on
passage
the
of
top of
time
the
while you're a
balloons now.
student,
That's crazy.
going through your year at
Right.
Hogwarts. And I think we wanted to duplicate that, and for me, it's really fun that it's not.
Absolutely beautiful. It's just, oh my god.
As
There's
much
more
as we wanna
moonstone
spend
down
a lot
there.
more time out here just flying around, experiencing the world. I think this is a great opportunity to switch over to combat. And last time we gave you kind of a
Okay,
intro to
so now we're gonna
combat. This time
dive
we're gonna
into
really go
combat
a
again.
lot more of a deep dive on using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which is part of our deluxe edition. All right,
So this is
Andrew's
a
got
part
us
of the
in
deluxe edition,
Forbidden
which I
Forest,
did get
which
for
is
the
where the Dark
PC.
Arts Battle Arena is.
So I want to just like kind of fast forward through this part a little bit because we've seen, I'm pretty sure you guys already seen this video and seen how the combat works. But one of the things that was said during this part of the presentation that I thought was amazing is that the X that you see on the enemy, you can curse a bunch of people and link their health together, then do like Avada Kedavra, kill one person that's linked, and then they will all die all in one big foof. And I thought that was pretty amazing. So you can really choose the way you do combat in this game. And that was one of the biggest takeaways from this presentation that I got. That and the ancient magic symbol being confirmed, and that was pretty big. But looking at the spells and whatnot, looking how you can kind of like customize your gear towards making these spells more potent or taking less damage from particular mobs, getting you through certain areas of the game. I thought it was incredible. But yeah, this is one of the biggest takeaways too, was just being able to curse people and having that ultimate takedown that you could do just by dedicating some time to setting up your attack. So you're going to be able to set up your attacks. Protego to stun enemies with a stupefy
Battlefield.
counter
That's
attack.
actually a good link to the ancient magic meter in general. And the reason
So we're going to kind of skip through this part because I mean we've already spoken about this a lot,
it's all about which type of player you feel like.
and I can't
Powerful that just-
personally. I'm waiting for the game to come out so I can dive in deeper. Like I
Right,
don't
Andrew's
really
got
want
us in the
spoilers,
room of
but
requirement,
we're
where
here.
We kind of went casual mode on the outfit here, wearing a nice jumper. And
all right, so this is what I got wrong, okay? And I thought that we were going to work in this area, yeah, but I thought that we were going to be able to take the greenhouse and shrink it down, because you do see a video where you take it out of your pocket and it goes poof and it plops in there. But what they released here as far as information goes, as far as your room requirements goes, I am really, really happy with. They confirmed you're gonna have multiple rooms that you can customize. So you're gonna have like stairways going up and down to different places. I don't know if you guys caught this, but this is not the only place that you're gonna be able to have a whole space. Look, what is this up here that no one's talking about? It's the same type of door as this, except for this is leading to a whole nother environment. So maybe, and this same as this is going to a different environment as well. So maybe you might find different creatures in different parts, and they need a different habitat depending on like what they grow best in or what they're accustomed to, and you're probably going to need different spaces to house the beast. Like, I don't think anyone's talked about that. Like the first thing I saw, and I was like, what is this? What is this? But let's
and I think that's
let's go.
a good
I don't want to jump the
jumping
gun.
off point, for
We have the hopping pod again from Beetle and the Bard, and you guys don't know how happy I am to see this little thing jumping around. But yeah,
the personalization of the space as well, not just your character and the visuals of your character.
I want the
but
statue
actually, this space is a
with the
place that you
niffler
can make
on the
your own.
gold.
Yeah, it was super important to us that this space really did feel like your reflection.
Looks like you
ends
can
up with
interact with that.
So you can change the architecture.
Okay, what is this in the background?
Wearing a nice
Hold
jumper.
on.
And I think that's a good jumping off point.
Wow.
For the personalization of the space as well, not just your character and the visuals of your character, but actually this space is a place that you can make your own.
Yeah, it was super important to us that this space really did feel like your reflection as a wizard.
So you're gonna be making potions and stuff here. There's, you know, cooking and all this stuff that goes on right here. What is going on here that they have cooking? This question mark, and it's filling up. And it says 4 minutes. So they're cooking. They're developing something that takes time. It's probably the plants or whatnot that they're growing maybe over here. But yeah.
Wizard. So you can change the architecture in here.
What?
Different
Wow.
themes throughout, starkly different themes, to really just hammer home that this is yours.
Wow.
Oh my God! What? This is beautiful. We never expected that to be. Oh my God.
That's the thing, is not only can you change the architecture here, but you can actually conjure little objects into this space, as you can see.
So we have holiday items. So this is what the Christmas tree and the pumpkin thing is for. These are holiday items. We have potions. We have flora, fauna. We have, I don't know what the wrench is for. I'm guessing these are beasts, rugs, furniture, statues, pictures, chairs, tables, busts, and again, this is the holiday items that you can get. Too bad they didn't go into those. I would love to see what the holiday items are.
There's like,
And these are the moonstones I was talking about, which you find out in the world earlier. You will go around and you would just basically wave your wand and collect the moonstones. And then these resources, the moonstones, are used to conjure different things that you can do to customize your spot in
that
the
really flesh
in
out
the
the
room
space and
requirements,
bring
which I
it
thought
to
was
life.
amazing.
Oh my God! Because like we had.
You get 20 moonstones
so
back
we
for
call them
removing the item.
conjurations. And the conjuration recipes can be
Conjuration
purchased at Tomes
recipes.
and Scrolls in Hogsmeade. But also as you engage in
Hogsmeade.
different types of gameplay throughout the world, you'll be rewarded
Found around the world.
different objects.
That's so.
So basically what they said is they built in a system to where the more you explore, the more you do, the more you get back from that, which is incredible. So you get to explore, you get to find different recipes, and then you get to find that you can build different things that probably go along with your exploration and travel, or probably story driven as well. You probably get some stuff too, or completing major challenges and whatnot, and then you could bring all that back and reflect that in your own space. Like, this is what I did, these are my trophies, which I thought was
So cool. You
incredible,
change
especially as the
color?
time goes on
You
and
can
we're
change
all
the
going
color,
through the
you can
game.
change the size of it, and you can place it basically.
So we're getting a better look at that area up there.
Conjuring it in, and you're actually
And if you can see here, there's a whole nother hallway with pictures and what lining the hallway that goes down into there, and that's going to lead to a whole nother room that you have access to in the room of requirements, which I thought was incredible. So who knows how you're going to be able to build out the space, or where you're going to have access to in this space. So it's not just what we see here. We're going to need room for other stuff. And then, like, why do we need room for so much room for that? Like, are we gonna have our own bedroom in there? Like, this is definitely gonna be probably our home base and where we have our bedroom and everything like that. But does that take away from our dorm room? Because we do know that we have a dorm room. We have the ability or a place where we can put our familiar at and whatnot. So, like, how does this all tie together? It's blowing my mind, and I want to know more.
doing this in the world as your character.
All right.
The system too is designed. It's
So
not.
if we look here,
mechanical,
he's
it's
running
immersive.
by.
And so you get the magical effect of conjuring it in, and you're actually doing this in the world.
What? This looks disgusting. It looks like these look like dung beetles, and this looks like probably a composite or something, or it's like it's
World.
grinding down. Yeah, I think this is grinding down feed or whatnot for growing.
As your character, but
And then you get a glimpse. You get kind of a glimpse in the other room.
Just like for Baby Niffler.
and I love how the system design.
A little bit. Yeah, you see there's a whole nother room down there. And it looks like you can change whatever the pictures are on the side of the wall as well. It looks like just highlights, but there's a whole nother room down there. You can't really see anything. You just see a floor and probably something on the wall, but nothing can really be made out.
Blended like that gameplay with the immersive design of personalizing
Oh
the
my
space.
God! Like, and I love the animation, how it like appears. You know, like it's not just like.
So the the plates with the frilly cat plates. This reminds me of Umbridge, 100% Umbridge. So I guess you could make your place look like Umbridge if you wanted to. Umbridge is this place?
There, it's like it almost like it evaporates.
It is really quite beautiful, and that was the thing, is we wanted that to look.
And as you
Okay,
as you
so
explore and as you adventure,
they did this on purpose. They have 3 different levels of quality, of rareness, I guess, for the type of gear that you can have. If you play any MMO or any type of game like this before, RPG, you'll know that blue is like the lowest. It's like standard. It's like basic. Then you have what's probably called epic in some games, or extraordinary in this one, and then gold is legendary. So I would want to know how like you would go about making something legendary. Is it legendary through the process of ranking it up to a certain level? Is it something that you have to find throughout the world, where you'll have a chance to open a box and it'll have legendary tiered gear that you can then bring back and start putting traits on? Or is it something where you craft a bunch of times, like in typical MMOs? And but this is not MMO though. I'm sorry, I don't mean to confuse it too. But in MMOs, you would have ability to craft and craft and craft and craft, and then it'll be able to proc legendary. So I'm guessing that in this game, going out and getting those chests is going to be super important, because you're going to be able to possibly find legendary tier items that's going to give you, I'm guessing, more trait slots than normal is one of the perks, and then probably has better stats overall towards the things you're trying to do.
and as you defeat enemies, you're going to be finding different pieces of gear.
Yeah,
that have
superb,
different abilities,
extraordinary, and then legendary.
and that can help you in your journey and are a major part of you kind of growing as a wizard and advancing as a wizard. And so
it's a huge list.
Trait slot level
not all
1
the time,
for superb.
whenever you get a new piece of gear, you don't necessarily know exactly what it does. And so there is a station inside of the room of requirement that you can conjure. It's one of the first things you conjure, called an identification station, where you can actually bring that gear that you're uncertain about and learn what its abilities are.
Right,
Wow.
yeah, that's so cool.
And then as this space advances even further, and the space will eventually grow its own rooms, and you're going to get new recipes, like Mackenzie's talking about, all these different things keep expanding. And as it expands, eventually you're going to earn what we see here, which is called a loom. And when you set up a loom, it's an ability to essentially customize exactly which magical properties are on your gear, and take any piece of gear and adjust its properties and to tweak what it does. And I mentioned earlier that
Whooper
you can make
feather,
anything look
moon
like anything.
fur,
The collection of
mooncalf fur.
Appearances, we call it, or cosmetics, we've been referring to it in this stream. Those types of things you can use. and you can
Anti-venom,
apply
decreased
a
damage
look
taken
to
from
any
spiders.
Other look. So if you get a piece of gear, you put it on, you look
Oh,
like that, or you
man.
can change it to look like whatever you want.
That's so cool. And like you can just put some ability to this sweater, but then you can just swap.
Damage taken from
Yeah.
Doug
That ability-
Bogs.
Yep, and the
Damage
appearances
against
you
dark
can edit whenever
wizards,
you want in the
trolls,
gear screen. The
and
loom
furry.
is specifically about applying traits.
Game
They're
is
so
beautiful.
Oh my god, they're together. Oh, that's so cute.
They're adorable, and so
So you can
part of
feed
beast care,
and or play
is
with it.
petting them. In the overland, you can find these beast dens and rescue these beasts. Part
They're
of
gonna be
doing
in
so
beast dens,
is
most like
brushing them
Monster
and
Hunter
feeding them
Stories,
food as
which is gonna be
well,
awesome.
and to build that relationship.
Okay, so shout out to Common Thief ZA on Twitter for calling this one out. But we briefly get a breeding pen. The breeding pen can be used to breed 2 beasts and produce offspring. We can breed them. We can breed them. And I'm just like, okay, well, if we can breed, what are we breeding? What's the limit? You know what I mean? What can we have in here? And when I say that, I mean, like, can I eventually breed acromantulas? Can I breed dragons? Like, what's going on? I need to know. I need to know what this is. And it looks pretty huge too, as well. It looks really huge. So, are we gonna get, because of like the utilitarian stuff that we can get and put in here, are we gonna be able to get more land? Does this land expand the more we have out? Is this all we have? Will we have different areas that we can go to in here as well? I have plenty of questions.
Game, and you're able to purchase.
To personalize, this is like
So let's read the second one.
As you progress in the game, and you're
Well, actually, let's go
we were
back
saying
one.
inside as well is there's a utility aspect to it too. So as you
So we have items for managing beasts, including feeders, toys, and the breeding pen. So it says it here. Don't know what this is. This is probably housing stuff. Pillars, and then you can probably build roads. I have no clue what these symbols mean. It's just more. It
progress
makes
in
me
the
more excited considering what they do show off here.
game, and you're able to
A large beast trough that keeps your beast fed. Beast feeder budget 1 conjured. So you can only conjure 1 in this area.
purchase more conjurations. You're able to speed up your process. So one of them, for example, is the food processor, which allows
A box full of toys used for playing with beasts.
for the beasts in the space to automatically get feed, so you don't have to do it manually. And so you're really building the progression for yourself here. In addition, there's also a
Whoa.
so you don't have to do it
He actually
manually.
goes over the other
And
one.
so you're really building the progression for yourself here. In addition, there's also
A collection of old buildings and structures that can be assembled together. Oh, so that was the thing he was showing off
a
before.
toy box where you,
Oh,
where you
that's
can play with your beasts.
Wow.
You'll see here, yeah. So you can, there's a bunch of toys in it, and each beast has their own favorite toy. So as you can imagine, the moon calf really likes the moon ball, or the Neasel, as like a little cat, really likes to chase the yarn ball as well.
Right.
And they're
Oh,
super
wow.
cute.
Oh my God.
Watching them, it's so cute.
And the big thing we really wanted to hammer home is that the world is a dangerous place. And so by going and rescuing these beasts and bringing them back here and caring for them, you're really helping them out.
All right, I'm gonna skip around here a little
Throw
bit
in-
because we already know that you can name them.
It's quite meta.
Same way, like beast.
And then they
Fairs is
talk
this-
about
this
the
added element, they're
moon
not just throwing it on
crystals that
top,
are
there's
used.
Really this like narrative and
And you can get some for your
integration
home area that
Yeah,
you can
everything
collect as
progresses.
well.
So as you progress, conjure everything. That's
I'm gonna
even
skip
though it's kind of like
through
to. What do you think
a lot
about
of
what
this
you've seen
part.
today? For you to discover and find on your own. We're gonna wrap things up, but
All right, I wanted to look at before we wrap things up. I wanted to look at this end video right here a little bit because I believe this is the headmaster's office. This looks like where Dumbledore was. Yeah, this has to be Dumbledore's office. You have the chair here. You have books and whatnot here. You have the telescope thing here. It looks very similar to Dumbledore's office when he was in. What in the world is this statue? We have a theme going on here too, where there's stars, moons, and then what seems to be probably the bust of the headmaster. All right, let's see. What else can we see here? Pensive in the back. Okay. And then whatever this symbol is. Okay. And I don't know what this is, but apparently you eventually unlock something. And he's getting sucked into the book. Like, what is that? Now, my question is that our character? Or is that like one of the characters that we meet getting sucked in and possibly causing us to go figure out what's going on to try to get him back? That's my question. But yeah, what do you guys think about the second showcase that they did? For me personally, I was a little bummed out that that I wasn't going to be able to bring the crafting stuff with me and throw down a house outside somewhere down in the open world. But then again, it makes sense for them to focus all of your progression and everything within Hogwarts Castle, because you're probably going to be doing a lot of this progression while you're still going through your school while you're still going through your classes and seasons and years at Hogwarts. So it makes sense that you use the room of requirements as your own personal apartment that has everything you need for you to build out, customize, and grow within the game. My only question is, when you age out of Hogwarts and the game essentially ends and you're supposed to explore the outer world, what then happens? Do you still have to go back to Hogwarts and continue to use Hogwarts even though you're not a student anymore as your home base? Does the game end? How does this work? I need to know. But yeah, that is it for me. I just wanted to. It's been a crazy week as far as everything goes, Wizarding World wise, and I want to take a moment to just look through the video and highlight some of the things that popped out to me, because I've watched this like 15 times already, and then pose a couple of questions that hopefully we can talk about in the description down below, or in the chat down below, or on Discord. If you guys don't know, I do have a Discord as well, so make sure to check out the links below and jump in as we go over this video even more. It's killing me. I want this game in my hands, and as much as I love checking out all the new features, I just want to explore the world. I want to explore and find all the different secrets and all the different puzzles. And can it be February already? But yeah, we're not going to drag this out any longer. Thank you guys for watching. I love your faces, and I will see you guys in the next video.